9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the
Amazon
and I'm here to help.
People have invited the thought police into their house. I've been telling people for years to not purchase the Amazon Echoes, the Google Homes, all of these different smart devices that sit at your house and listen to every word you say for years. There's open source. If you want, like, the technology is cool. There's open source options if that's something that you are interested in. I've built one myself. It was very early days, so I kind of lost interest. But, you know, if I ever felt the need to have a smart speaker system or something, that's the route I would go. Now, I want to talk about this article of a man who was locked out of his house by Amazon for comments that he didn't even say. So let's take a look at this. This article came out a couple weeks ago, and the guy titled it, "A Tale of Unwanted Disruption. My Week Without Amazon." Such a sad title. So he goes on to talk about what happened, about how all his devices were. He was unable to use the Alexa part of his devices, which is where you talk to it and tell it what to do. I'm sure that means he could open up the Spotify account on his phone and Bluetooth connect and still play Spotify on his speaker, which I believe is what the vast majority is happening with these devices. And then he also goes and talks about how he checked all his other accounts when he found out Amazon was locked out, just to make sure that he wasn't hacked or whatever. And he provides proof of Amazon saying that this all really happened in the email. And then we get to the unexpected accusation. The representative told me I should have received an email which I indeed found in my inbox. It was from an executive at Amazon. As I dialed the number provided in the email, I half wondered if Amazon was experiencing some issues and I was unwittingly falling into a scam. That's a fair concern. There's a lot of crazy crap going on out there. When I connected with the executive, they asked if I knew why my account had been locked. When I answered I was unsure, their tone turned somewhat accusatory. You're there for customer service. That's it. You don't get to have a tone, except for helpful. That is a tone. I know because I've done these things. I was told that the driver who had delivered my package reported receiving racist remarks from my Ring doorbell. And then it's not actually a Ring. So supposedly, someone was talking out of his doorbell saying racist things. Okay. I'm sure that happens a lot. Here's where things got even more baffling. First, I have multiple camera recordings, everything that happens on my property. If the driver claims were accurate, I can talk. I could easily verify them with the video footage. Second, most delivery drivers in my area share the same race as me and my family. Okay. It seemed highly unlikely that we would make such remarks. You know, you could say those things and still be the same race. You know. Anyways, that unneeded couple of sentences there. Finally, when I asked what time the alleged incident occurred, I realized it was practically impossible for anyone in my house to have made those comments, as nobody was home around that time, roughly 6 p.m. I reviewed the footage and confirmed that no such comments had been made. Instead, the Eufy doorbell had issued an automated response, "Excuse me, can I help you?" The driver who was walking away wearing headphones must have misinterpreted the message. Nevertheless, by the following day, my Amazon account was locked and all of my Echo devices were logged out. So Amazon delivery drivers have the ability to lock you out of your Amazon accounts, meaning you can't purchase anything from them. What if you had already paid for Amazon Prime for the year? What if you had paid for Amazon Prime the day before that happened and that driver said, "You're done"? And what if you didn't have a Ring doorbell to prove your innocence, like a lot of people don't have? They don't have a camera at their doorbell. What if a delivery driver was just having a bad day and just wanted to cause someone else some issues because he felt like he had been wronged? What if the delivery driver accidentally clicked on whatever thing on his pad that accidentally caused that to happen. There's so many possibilities of why this actually happened, and we'll never know why. We'll never know how. But my bigger concern is the fact that something so basic could be used against you. One, you shouldn't be saying racist things. That's obvious. Two, if you're saying it to the delivery driver, you probably need issues. And three, definitely violence and anything physically harming someone is wrong. And Amazon should be able to do something to protect their delivery drivers, their employees in general, right? He misheard it. Like, I mean, if it was something more blatant, I don't know if he locks someone out of their account even for saying something dumb like that. Like, maybe you flag it, you know, maybe you've got some sort of strike system. I don't know. I don't have the answers for it, but I think maybe that person was having a bad day. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe something was said and it wasn't even referred to the delivery driver and he just heard it through the door. You don't know. This is why these kind of systems don't work. You can't moderate speech. Now, what if we get to the point where where your Amazon Echo and your Amazon Alexa decide they don't like that kind of talk? Because, you know, they're always listening. They're always listening. Because how else do they know you say, "Hey, Alexa"? How else do they know that you're triggering it? Because they're always listening. And you know what? They're actually always recording. Did you know? Now, I don't know if this is still true, but I know a while back, and I'm pretty sure it would have to be still true, that a while back in the terms of service for Alexa devices, you were required to let every guest that walked into your house know that you had an Alexa. That was part of the terms of service. Now, back when they were first coming out, everyone was telling everyone anyways because they thought they were so cool. It was almost kind of like being a vegan. So, but what if someone says a joke that Alexa doesn't like and decides that it's time to shut off your services? Decides that you could no longer use this device that you spent your money on. You could no longer use your money. One, being locked out of from buying things from Amazon doesn't seem like that big of a loss, but you know, this is a way that I see what is the American version of social credit score, which is known as ESG, trickling down to the citizens, to the people. Because right now it only affects our corporate overlords, right? People with big businesses. And I'm sure it's trying to make its way to small businesses. Anyways, this is how I see ESG trickling down to the people, becoming a social credit score, where if you don't behave in a way that they think is moral, ethical, and correct, and you don't share the same values with them, then you're just going to be excluded from society. Not saying that's what's happening, saying it's a possibility. What do you think? Do you think that this is some 1984-like crap that could be going on? Do you have Echo devices? Do you have Amazon devices in your house? Do you have the Google devices? What's your reason for keeping them? And are you concerned about anything like that at all if you do own them? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.